Good day, everyone. My report is on the spirituality as the new trend in management. First, let us have the workplace. Increasing changes all over the world have led to a changing work landscape, sometimes with destructive consequences to the working individual. The preceding approach poses challenging demands to the working individual and the organization regarding the effective management of human resources because such an approach emphasizes a shift in the current thinking on organizations and the working environment. So, the objectives of my report is to come to an understanding of the wider concept of what is constituted by multiple views of spirituality in the workplace. Secondly, by pointing out the benefits to be earned by an organization, the reason why spirituality in the workplace should be accommodated, and why managers should encourage different views and attitudes towards spirituality among the members of the organization will be indicated. So let us have the definition of work first. According to Brown and Lent, work is an integral part of adult identity. Work is a source of status and identity, self esteem, social recognition, expression of personal interest, and capabilities. Work is also woven through with all aspects of development, from intellectual, physical, psychological, social, and emotional factors have an influence on work, and likewise, work may have an influence on every other area of adult life. The importance of work is not only found in the income it generates, but also by providing a frame of life that demarcates the daily activity of every individual. So, before spirituality in the workplace is closely examined, it is necessary for us to look at the meaning of spirituality. Because spirituality is a wide phenomenon and may be interpreted in divergent ways. According to Miller and West, researchers and authors considered the formulation of a precise definition of spirituality as extremely problematic. The result is that there are just as many definitions of spirituality as there are authors. So I come up with the five definition of spirituality. First, we have the convictions, attitudes, and perceptions. Second, spirituality is a transcendental experiences, the significance and meaning of human existence, the belief in paranormal, the religious behavior and practices. So with these five definitions, this leads to all the facets combined are thus an indication that spirituality is a multidimensional phenomenon, according to Miller. So let us have this spirituality in the workplace. As a human beings, we tend to focus more on these physical and material aspects of life than spiritual issues. Similarly, we seldom pay attention to spirituality at work, neglecting it and giving little or no importance to finding meaning at work. Because sometimes we forget spirituality while we are working. Interestingly, the benefits of workplace spirituality are a rather perfect match to problems of modern organizations. And this makes workplace spirituality a solution, which we want to have a closer look. While it is overlooked by some, it is embraced by others. Some call workplace spirituality the most significant trend in management since the human potential movement. So we have here the different challenges of modern leaders. Leaders of today are facing a multitude of challenges. They need to create a triple bottom line, finding economic, environmental, and socially sustainable solutions in every problem they encounter. More and more, it becomes obvious that current structures and policies are not fit to solve the problems of the 21st century. So, what do we need to do as a leader? So, let us talk about workplace spirituality. Modern organizations are commonly struggling with employee related problems such as stress related illnesses, burnout, people not coming to work, violence, and corruption. Research shows how this holds to be particularly true in organizations where spirituality is absent. So, the solution here is that we need to reimagine organizations and the ways we organize it. So, as a leader, we need to reimagine our organizations. We need to organize our organizations to achieve a workplace with spirituality. So, how to recognize a leader with spirituality? First, a leader in his presence, others feel an urge to follow him. So, we have this famous saying, we need to lead to be followed. Model our actions. Ready to accomplish some goal under his directions. A leader stimulates, motivates, and inspires to follow. He does ordinary things extraordinarily, and he is part of the group he leads and does not remote control, or we are not controlling our people. And lastly, he finds ideas by discussing with his group. So hopefully, we find this characteristic of a leader spiritually. So we have here workplace spirituality is rooted in meaning of the value and purpose. People enjoy applying meaning and purpose to their work as it fulfills them in ways not experienced when the opposite is the case. As human beings, we want to make a difference and feel energized while making this difference. So what is workplace spirituality? So according to Pech Swang and Dachon 2009, having compassion towards others, experiencing a mindful inner consciousness in the pursuit of meaningful work and that enables transcendence. Spirituality in the workplace began in the early 1920s and emerged as a grassroots movement with individuals seeking to live their faith and spiritual principles at work. So, in simple terms, it is about finding meaning, value, and motivation in one's work beyond paychecks and performance. It is about people finding a sense of oneness and togetherness in an organization as a whole. For Dandona 2013, spirituality at work integrates three different perspectives on how spirituality enables or leads to organizational performance. According to him, first is the human resources perspective. So, spirituality enhances employee well being and quality of life. Second, philosophical perspective. Spirituality provides employees a sense of purpose and meaning at work. Last, interpersonal perspective. Spirituality provides employees a sense of interconnectedness and community. So we have here religion versus spirituality. What workplace spirituality is not. To be clear, we have here workplace spirituality is not about religious belief. So, this is not about a religious belief. Spirituality and religion is different. This is to avoid any organizational members should get the feeling that leaders are imposing a belief system upon them because this will surely create a negative impact to our employees. So according to Dalai Lama in his book entitled Ancient Wisdom, Modern World, Ethics for the New Millennium, Religion is concerned with faith in the claims of one faith tradition or another, an aspect of which is the acceptance of some form of heaven. Connected with these are religious teachings, while spirituality is concerned with those qualities of the human spirit, such as love and compassion, patience, tolerance, forgiveness, contentment, a sense of responsibility, a sense of harmony, which brings happiness to both self and others. This is why leaders must be certain to initiate working with workplace spirituality because it can increase the well being and happiness of employees while lifting the organization. So we have here workplace spirituality and the benefits of it. First, this improved overall well being of employees. It increased employee productivity, it reduced absenteeism, it increased motivation and commitment, it increased job satisfaction. Because we are making our employees happy if we apply workplace spirituality. Another benefit is that it improved quality of life. It increased employee morale. It reduced workplace stress. It reduced employee burnout. It reduced employee turnover rates. And lastly, it improved work performance. So these are the different benefits if we apply workplace spirituality in our organization. Next, we'll be looking into how to encourage and implement a culture of spirituality in the workplace. So first, the leader needs to define and set a clear mission and purpose on how the company will serve the clients with the products and services. The goal is to create a purpose that is beneficial to the betterment of the society, not just the individuals. Make sure that any action the company takes does not negatively affect other people and other companies. So we need to set our company apart by avoiding any actions which hurt the environment as well. Hiring people who are not concerned about spirituality will hinder the overall development of workplace spirituality in our company. So we need to hire and recruit people who understand the company's mission statement and actively work according to the company's purpose. We need to make sure all our existing employees and managers are aware of our company's purpose. We need to educate and train the employees in the skills of self leadership and self awareness. We need to train employees on proper business conduct so that they can serve the clients in a better and meaningful way. Discourage and eliminate fear among our employees. Spirituality can only flourish in the absence of fear. For example, if employees are afraid of making mistakes, they will never be able to learn from them. So we need to discourage fear. As a leader, we need to encourage them to realize the value and self worth of our employees. Next, foster an environment of trust in our workplace where employees can work, learn, and contribute together for a more significant cause. Promote and encourage meditation and yoga among the employees because meditation and yoga help people become more self aware, eliminate stress and stress related problems, and improve their overall well being. Organize personality development seminars for our employees because personality development teaches our employees to manage our social, personal, and professional lives better. It also helps us deal with the negativity around us and it will also help us to think positively. Next is get to know each of our employees individually and also encourage them to learn more about each other. Encourage our employees to spend time on their families, personal lives, health, and so on. Doing so will show our concern for them, and they will appreciate it accordingly. Also, it will create a better work environment. It can also boost their team morale and productivity. Doing so will help them find happiness, contentment, and peace of mind in their own lives and at work. So, if we apply workplace spirituality in our organization, we will have a happy and productive employee. So, let us talk about the balance sheet of life. Friends are our general reserves. Values and behavior are our goodwill. Patience is our interest earned. Love is our dividend. Children are our bonus issues. Education is our brand. Knowledge is our investment. The profit or loss is our karma earned. So, before the income tax assessment or the arrival of death, we need to balance our sheet. So, do you have a balance sheet? So the bottom line of this report is that spiritual employees offer more than just better performance and productivity to companies. They create better places to work in and help companies make the world a better place in general. So if we have a happy and contented employees, we can achieve our goal, which is to have a successful company. For the conclusion, individuals and organizations should start seeing work as a spiritual path. Employees should always see everything as an opportunity to grow and to contribute to society in a more meaningful ways. Care, compassion, support to others, and integrity needs to be part of the self always. So we have here, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And with this, everybody, we need to dive in to ourselves. Meditation helps us to find a new us. So here are my references, and that's all. Thank you so much.